Hey dumplings, it's Dave Decide. Today we are discussing the one and only BLACKPINK and their new comeback, and boy has it been a while. The music video Pink Venom just dropped and people have a lot of comments and a lot of controversial opinions, so let's talk about that. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on, grab your dumplings, hey spilling much, and let's get into it. Every time I talk about controversial opinions, people think it's me saying those opinions. Just in case I haven't made it clear, these are not my personal opinions, but of course I will give my opinions. But these opinions that you see in the title are just what people are saying online. If you aren't aware, BLACKPINK hasn't been making music as BLACKPINK for almost 2 years, and people were definitely curious what direction BLACKPINK would go in coming back. Labels often like to use the momentum of a previous song that had been successful and then build off of that by creating a new song with a similar formula. This is very safe for labels as they know it works. And oftentimes people like to follow up something really good. Hollywood has continuously done this by doing remake after remake of everything that had previously been successful. However, it has been 2 years and any freaking momentum that a previous song's success would have had is now long gone. So people were curious if BLACKPINK would have a completely new and unrecognizable video, something a little off-brand for them. But after watching the Pink Venom music video, people were saying the sound was similar or familiar to BLACKPINK's older work, given how you like that. The thing to note is BLACKPINK has kept a similar theme and vibe because they have kept the same team with them. And why would they necessarily change that when the team and the producers are the ones that have gotten them to their success? Which, by the way, if you want to see me for the first time react to the music video, react to the production, break it down a bit, fangirl, all that, I have reacted to it on my Patreon. I will leave my Patreon down below. But anywho, the vibe of BLACKPINK has a lot to do with their producer that they have worked with since debut. Someone I want to talk about is named Teddy, who is the main producer of BLACKPINK. Teddy got under fire for this release of Pink Venom because it seemingly had a similar formula that Teddy has reused over and over again. This is the opinion of some of the people online. The backlash was so huge that it wasn't just him under fire. People were demanding that he get fired and removed from YG, saying things like he should go to jail, and that this concept is reused, and really crossing that line so much, that line has been crossed to the point where you can't even see it. This is going too far. No matter how quote-unquote bad you think the song is, this is still a song. It's not someone's life. To be this angry is not necessary. The producer is still a human being and just trying to do their job. The general reaction to Pink Venom was mixed, to say the least. It was like every other tweet was saying that they loved it, and then every other tweet was also saying that they hated it and that it was bad. Some were saying that the chorus is not great, and others were saying that the song just wasn't the best. But this isn't the main track. This is just a pre-release track, meaning that this can likely be a B-side song, and given how many views this video is getting, clearly shows that everyone likes it. Of course, with the song gaining this much attention so quickly, it only makes a lot of sense that the video will be under fire or have controversial opinions, as I believe everyone in every fandom right now is paying attention to BLACKPINK. There were some netizens that wanted a redo or wanted the music video and song gone, as they don't think it reflects BLACKPINK's best work. People didn't like the song, saying it was too unoriginal, and then others hated the choreography, saying that the choreo was also reused. But this is an unnecessary reaction. If BLACKPINK didn't like it, then it wouldn't be put out. It seemed like something that they put a lot of effort into. But also, if you don't like it, then there will probably be another song, and maybe you'll like that one. And then to also say that the concept is overused is so weird to say, because this is what you signed up for. This is what their concepts and image is known to be. They're not going to change that. And if you didn't like them previously or weren't a stan, and then now you still aren't because you're like, the song is not what I was hoping for, then there's nothing to say because nothing changes in your life. You didn't stan them before, and now you can continue to do that. So there's just never a reason to be mad. I can't think of why you choose to be mad. Understand that behind the screen of the person you are yelling at is someone with a family, kids, and a human being. If your dad was BLACKPINK's producer and did something like this, you would not ask his label to fire him or protest he leave his job because he's your dad and a human being. Can we treat others like humans? BLACKPINK has a similar vibe to their song. They tend to prefer to do EDM, but given the trailer, I think people were expecting something a little different and outside the normal realm of BLACKPINK. Some even say that the music video and theme feels similar to Taylor Swift's Reputation era, and that it was copied from there. But it can definitely be inspired by Taylor, but we don't know exactly where the girls and YG got their inspiration. I found this interesting because it's low-hanging fruit to claim plagiarism on such a common and widely used concept. The whole thing of BLACKPINK is this good girl gone bad type thing, the black and darkness mixed in with the pink feminine side. So the obvious choices are things like snakes and spiders, or this idea of being locked in a cage or sitting on a throne. All of which not only has Taylor done, but several artists have used these symbols to portray that message. Also, while I don't think the song sounds similar to anything, even if it did, every sound in pop music has been used already. There is bound to be some overlap here with another song. And maybe even an indie song that we have never heard of, but will make their way out of the woodworks within the next week or so, as this tends to happen. Even when the teaser for Pink Venom dropped, which we need to talk about too, people were saying how the video felt copied and too similar to another girl group who is very popular right now, aespa. Which is so funny to me because none of what was actually in the trailer actually gave us any idea on what the music video actually ended up being. The teaser gave us the girls in a glass box and this futuristic vibe, and of course Blinks were hoping for that in the music video, but that just didn't happen. And as we can see, there is no copying of aespa at all. And this definitely is a more original Blackpink concept. The location and sets were absolutely beautiful, and I can't say enough about the production value. A while ago, YG mentioned this being their most expensive music video budget, but judging by the teaser, no, we didn't see expensive, it wasn't giving that. But judging by the actual music video, it did look expensive. The set looked hand-built, and those sets were by far some of the most intricate and beautiful ones. If you know production, this is really for sure a high-budget video, as the sets were likely not a real place, as they looked too fantasy-like, meaning it was likely built. There's a lot of tension leading up to the music video release, and people are excited to watch this. Blackpink did a press conference or live stream leading right up to the music video, and they answered questions and talked about things. I believe it was Rosé who leaked that Jennie and Lisa will be rapping, and this was leaked just an hour before the video dropped. People were freaking out as people have been wanting rapper Jennie to come back, and that is exactly what YG did. To claim that Blackpink's team is bad even though they listen to what we want is so weird to me, because once this demand was satisfied, now the fans are requesting and demanding a new thing, and it's like, give the company a break. Jesus, this is too much. Anywho, Rosé continued to mention that she would like to try the rapping parts of the song, so Jennie and Lisa's parts, and people were very surprised but excited to see that maybe Rosé would be rapping in the future. I think the labels we give to each member are very limiting and not great. For example, I would love to see Rosé rap even though she's the main vocalist, just because it would be fun to see. And Jennie, I love her rap voice, but she has one of the strongest singing voices of the group. So I'd personally love to see her sing more. And I think we shouldn't only stick to the labels. To say that Jisoo is visual, sure, she's gorgeous. But there is not a single member of Blackpink that is not pretty. They're all so gorgeous. It's a girl group of visuals. These labels are given by the label during their debut, but a lot of those things can change over time. And someone who may or may not have had a great singing voice during debut could have a much better one now and could potentially overtake the originally assigned lead or main vocalist. Not saying this is the case, but I'm saying it can happen, and why we shouldn't go by labels. Anyway, I love to see Rosé rap, but what do you think? Do you think Pink Venom is copied from Blackpink's older work or from Taylor Swift? Do you think producer Teddy needs to be fired? And do you think the music video needs to be deleted or redone or any of that? And of course, how do you feel about rapping Rosé? Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks, just love the comment right here. Love you, bye.